The NFL just got hit with a shockwave, and it's got everybody talking. According to multiple reports, the Cincinnati Bengals are quietly, but aggressively, pressuring the league to make something happen that could change the entire balance of power in the AFC. The name at the center of it all, Shedeur Sanders. That's right, the rookie quarterback who hasn't even started a regular season game, yet is suddenly the hottest name in trade rumors, and the timing couldn't be crazier. Why now? Well, the spark might have come from Shedeur himself. Just hours before this news broke, the young quarterback sat down and set the record straight about his current role in Cleveland. For weeks, critics and fans alike have been whispering about whether he's being wasted on the bench, whether the Browns are holding him back, and whether he's frustrated with the lack of opportunities. But instead of complaining, instead of throwing shade, Shedeur dropped what can only be described as a truth bomb. And trust me, it landed with a bang across the league. He explained that while he's not the starter right now, he's actually getting something that might be even more valuable, real daily development. 6 games a week. That's how he described it. 6. Not one on Sunday. Not a handful of reps in practice. Every single day, he's treating scout team work like a full-on game day, competing against one of the NFL's most feared defenses, and sharpening his skills in ways most rookies can only dream of. That's not the tone of a frustrated rookie. That's the voice of a young quarterback who understands the long game, who knows that greatness is built through patience, consistency, and preparation. And this is exactly where things start to get interesting. Because while Browns fans might hear that and feel relieved, okay, good, our rookie is maturing, he's learning, he's buying in, rival teams are hearing something entirely different. Teams like the Bengals are looking at Shedeur Sanders and seeing a hidden gem. A rookie who's not just sitting on the bench, but who's secretly getting battle-tested against elite talent every day. A quarterback who's building chemistry, showing leadership, and quietly transforming into a player who might be more NFL-ready than anyone expected this quickly. Now think about the Bengals situation for a moment. Their franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow, is dealing with a brutal injury that could sideline him longer than anyone wants to admit. Their backup, Jake Browning, is serviceable but not the kind of player you build championship hopes around. Cincinnati knows they're at a crossroads. Either patch things together and hope for the best, or make a bold move to keep their Super Bowl window open. And when they look across the division and see Shedeur Sanders, a young quarterback brimming with untapped potential, it's not hard to understand why the pressure is mounting. So here's the big question. Did Shedeur Sanders, by speaking openly and honestly about his growth, unintentionally ignite a bidding war for his services? Did his words give teams like Cincinnati the green light to start plotting a move that could reshape the AFC for years to come? One thing's for sure, this isn't just another rookie QB story. This is a developing saga that could flip the script on everything we thought we knew about the Browns, the Bengals, and the future of Shedeur Sanders. When most people think of a rookie quarterback sitting on the bench, the story usually sounds the same. A young player holding a clipboard, taking limited reps in practice, and waiting impatiently for a chance to prove himself. But Shedeur Sanders' situation with the Cleveland Browns is anything but typical. If you listen closely to how he describes his daily routine, you start to realize he's in a very unique spot, one that might actually be accelerating his development rather than stalling it. Shedeur revealed that while he hasn't been suiting up on Sundays as the starter, he's essentially getting the equivalent of 6 games of experience every week. How? Through his work with the Browns' scout team. Instead of just running vanilla plays or standing around, he and the receivers on that unit approach every practice as if it's game day. In his words, every day is game day for them. That means full-speed reps, high intensity, and the kind of competitive fire that keeps everyone sharp. And here's the key. Shedeur isn't just going through the motions. He's embracing it. He talked about how thankful he is for the receivers working with him, describing them as really explosive players who just need opportunities. That's not only a compliment, it's a reflection of how he views the game. Rather than seeing practice squad guys as placeholders, he sees potential weapons, and he's determined to help them shine. That kind of mindset is rare for a rookie quarterback. It shows leadership, vision, and the ability to elevate the people around him. Even more telling is the way Shedeur frames his growth. Instead of being bitter about not playing, he emphasizes how much he's learning. He talks about understanding game plans, digesting NFL concepts, and growing every week. He describes his role not as wasted time, but as a daily master class in professional football. For a 22-year-old, that perspective is beyond impressive. So while outsiders may look at his spot on the depth chart and see a young QB being wasted, Shedeur clearly doesn't see it that way. He sees himself sharpening his craft, building chemistry with teammates, and preparing for the day when his number is finally called. In other words, he's not just surviving the rookie experience, he's maximizing it. And that's why this chapter of his story is turning so many heads around the league. Every year in the NFL, dozens of rookies enter the league with dreams of immediate stardom. They want to step onto the field, grab the spotlight, and prove to the world why they belong. But the truth is, most rookies don't get that chance right away. They end up buried on the depth chart, stuck in meeting rooms, and limited to a handful of half-speed reps in practice. For many, that year feels wasted. Confidence slips, development stalls, and frustration builds. That's the normal rookie story. But Shedeur Sanders, his rookie story looks nothing like that. What makes his situation different is the way he's approaching it. Instead of sulking about not starting, Shedeur has flipped the script. He's treating his time on the Browns' scout team as if it's the most valuable opportunity in the world. Think about what that means. Instead of waiting for scraps of experience, he's building an entire foundation of growth in real time. He's taking on the role of a teacher, a leader, and a competitor all at once, not just for himself, but for the teammates grinding alongside him. Most rookies complain about not getting enough reps. Shedeur. He says he's getting 6 games worth of reps every week. Most rookies struggle to find chemistry with starting receivers. Shedeur. He's building unbreakable bonds with scout team wideouts, describing them as explosive players who just need their moment. That's not just optimism, that's leadership. He's not just looking out for himself, he's raising the standard for everyone around him. This is why people around the league are starting to take notice. A lot of young quarterbacks can throw the ball, but not all of them can create culture. Not all of them can build trust, inspire confidence, and get teammates to buy into the grind. Shedeur's mindset that every practice is a game day is infectious. When a quarterback carries himself that way, it lifts an entire group. And that's what sets his story apart. This isn't just about personal development, it's about proving he can be the kind of leader NFL teams dream about. A leader who finds value in overlooked players. A leader who stays patient but purposeful. A leader who turns what most would call a setback into a launching pad. The other part of this story that makes it unique is how prepared he's becoming without anyone realizing it. Fans and critics see a rookie holding a clipboard, but behind the scenes, Shedeur is stacking invaluable experience. He's facing elite defenses, running real game scenarios, and learning NFL schemes at a pace that's far from typical. It's development disguised as obscurity, and that's why rival teams like the Bengals are quietly circling. Shedeur Sanders isn't following the normal rookie script. He's writing his own. And if this continues, that script may just become one of the most surprising and impactful stories of this NFL season. One of the biggest misconceptions about rookie quarterbacks is that their early development happens against vanilla, low-pressure competition. Most rookies spend their first year practicing against second- or third-string defenders, learning plays at half speed, and trying not to make mistakes in low-stakes drills. That's the typical path, but Shedeur Sanders' experience with the Browns could not be further from that norm. Every day, Shedeur goes head-to-head with some of the most talented and physically dominant defenders in the NFL. He's not running against backups, he's competing against the Browns' first-team defense. That includes elite pass rushers like Myles Garrett, a player known for causing nightmares for even the most seasoned quarterbacks. In Shedeur's own words, maybe he'll get sacked by Myles, maybe not, but the point is, he's consistently being challenged at a level most rookies won't see until they're seasoned starters. This kind of daily battle is invaluable. It accelerates his decision-making, sharpens his footwork, and strengthens his mental toughness. Every rep against an elite defender teaches him how to read pressure, navigate a collapsing pocket, and make split-second adjustments, skills that most rookies struggle to master over an entire season. Shedeur isn't just practicing, he's learning to thrive under the kind of stress that defines NFL success. What makes this even more remarkable is his mindset. Most young quarterbacks would look at this situation and feel frustrated, sidelined, or even defeated. But Shedeur sees opportunity. He describes the daily grind as a chance to grow, not just physically but mentally. He's absorbing playbooks, understanding NFL schemes, and developing instincts that can't be taught in meetings or chalk talks. This level of preparation is what's catching the attention of rival teams like the Bengals. They're seeing a rookie quarterback who is battle-tested, not just a talent waiting for a shot. He's gaining experience most first-year starters can only dream of, and doing it without complaints, without drama, and without wasting a single day. In short, Shedeur Sanders is transforming daily competition into a masterclass in quarterback development. The grind, the pressure, and the elite opposition aren't slowing him down. They're sharpening him into a player capable of stepping into high-stakes situations and thriving from day one. And that's exactly why the league is watching closely. What sets Shedeur Sanders apart from most rookie quarterbacks isn't just his arm talent, his athleticism, or his ability to read defenses. It's his leadership, and the way he has embraced that role even without taking a single regular season snap. Leadership in the NFL isn't measured by passing yards or touchdowns. It's measured by the culture you create, the relationships you build, and the influence you have on those around you. On that front, Shedeur is already miles ahead of his peers. From the moment he joined the Browns, he made it clear that his goal was bigger than personal glory. He's not just learning the game for himself, he's lifting up everyone around him. On the scout team, he's described the receivers and tight ends as explosive players who just need opportunities, and he's making it his mission to help them thrive. That mindset shows not only maturity, but also emotional intelligence, the rare ability to recognize potential in others and invest in their growth. Shedeur also addressed a topic that has sparked whispers across the league: locker room dynamics. Some critics speculated that a talented rookie stuck on the bench could cause tension or frustration. But Shedeur shut that down, emphasizing that the scout team is like a real family and that everyone plays with a shared purpose. That's leadership in action. He's building trust, cohesion, and camaraderie, ensuring that every teammate feels valued and motivated. He's creating a microcosm of a championship culture right there in practice. What's especially impressive is how he balances humility with authority. He doesn't dominate the scout team with ego or demand the spotlight. Instead, he leads by example, demonstrating preparation, patience, and professionalism. He's showing his teammates what it means to compete at the highest level every single day, whether that's taking reps against elite defenders, studying game plans, or mentoring younger players. That's a quarterback who's already influencing outcomes without being on the field. The leadership factor extends beyond practice, too. By building chemistry with practice squad players, Shedeur is ensuring that the team's depth is stronger, the offensive unit is more cohesive, and everyone is prepared for opportunities that may arise during the season. That foresight, the ability to anticipate needs, and the willingness to invest in others. Development are qualities that separate great quarterbacks from good ones. In short, Shedeur Sanders is showing the kind of leadership that transcends statistics. He's building relationships, inspiring confidence, and turning a bench role into a platform for influence. While other rookies might sulk or push for attention, Shedeur is quietly shaping himself into a quarterback who can command a locker room and elevate everyone around him. And it's that combination of talent, preparation, and leadership that has rival teams like the Bengals suddenly paying attention. Because a young quarterback who can lead both on and off the field is a rare, game-changing commodity. The rumors linking Shedeur Sanders to the Cincinnati Bengals are not coming out of nowhere. With Joe Burrow sidelined due to injury, Cincinnati suddenly finds itself at a crossroads. Their starting quarterback is a franchise cornerstone, but injuries in the NFL are unpredictable, and backups like Jake Browning, while competent, are not built to carry a team deep into the playoffs. The Bengals need options, and Shedeur Sanders has just put himself on their radar in a big way. From the Bengals' perspective, this is an opportunity that doesn't come around often. They're not just looking for a player to fill in temporarily. They're looking for someone who can step into a high-pressure environment and deliver, a quarterback who can lead an offense, elevate teammates, and thrive under the kind of intensity the AFC demands. That's exactly the package Shedeur is building, even before he's had a start in a regular season game. Shedeur's daily grind against Cleveland's first-team defense, combined with his leadership on the scout team, makes him an attractive target for a team like Cincinnati. While other rookies might struggle to adjust to the NFL's speed and complexity, Shedeur is already navigating those challenges every single day. He's learning game plans, reading defenses, and executing under pressure, skills that most quarterbacks only develop after years of starting. For the Bengals, that means acquiring someone who could potentially step in without a steep learning curve. But there's more than just skill at play here. Shedeur has also demonstrated the kind of character and culture-building presence that every successful team covets. He's not just a player, he's a leader, someone who lifts up those around him and creates cohesion. That's invaluable for a Bengals squad looking to maintain chemistry during a season where uncertainty at quarterback could disrupt everything. In essence, Cincinnati sees a young quarterback who combines talent, preparation, and leadership in a way that few others in the league can match. The question isn't just about whether Shedeur can play, it's about how quickly he can adapt and how much value he can add to a team already in playoff contention. If the Bengals make a move, it wouldn't be a gamble. It would be a strategic play, targeting a rookie whose development and mindset already suggest he's ready for the next level. The Bengals' angle is clear. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a potential backup. He could be the catalyst that reshapes their offense and keeps their Super Bowl hopes alive. And in today's NFL, opportunities like that don't wait. While the Bengals are circling, the Cleveland Browns are facing a dilemma of their own. On one hand, they have a rookie quarterback who is quietly transforming himself into a potential franchise cornerstone. On the other hand, their current depth chart and short-term strategy may not fully recognize the unique value Shedeur Sanders is bringing to the team. The Browns are at a critical juncture. Do they nurture this emerging talent, or risk losing him to a rival who sees his potential more clearly?
If you enjoyed today's breakdown and want to keep up with all the drama, trades, and behind-the-scenes action in the NFL, then don't forget to hit that like button.
The challenge lies in perception. From the outside, it might appear that Shedeur is just a practice squad quarterback or a rookie waiting in line. But anyone paying attention to his daily routine knows the truth. He's facing elite defenders, building chemistry with receivers, and developing leadership qualities that can't be taught in meetings. His growth is tangible, measurable, and accelerated. Yet to many in the Browns' front office, that development happens out of sight, hidden in practice fields, not in highlight reels. This creates a tension between long-term value and short-term decisions. Do the Browns stick with their current starters, hoping to maximize immediate wins? Or do they adjust the depth chart, potentially disrupting team chemistry, to give Shedeur more exposure? It's a delicate balance. Move too slowly, and they risk losing a young quarterback whose talent could define the franchise for years. Move too quickly, and they might unsettle a team that is already competing for playoff positioning. The risk isn't just internal. Teams like Cincinnati are watching closely. The moment the Browns hesitate, rival organizations can swoop in, offering Shedeur an opportunity to showcase his abilities in a starting role. Suddenly, what was a hidden gem in Cleveland becomes a game-changing asset for a competitor. It's the kind of scenario that keeps front offices up at night, and Browns executives know it. Ultimately, the Browns' dilemma boils down to awareness and decisiveness. Recognizing Shedeur's unique growth, valuing his leadership, and acting proactively are essential to keeping him. Hesitation could turn a promising development story into a cautionary tale, one where a rival AFC team benefits from the Browns' oversight. In today's NFL, talent like Shedeur Sanders doesn't wait, and neither do the teams willing to capitalize on it. In the NFL, rookie quarterbacks often face a predictable trajectory. Learn the playbook, take limited practice reps, absorb the speed of the game, and wait patiently for a chance to see meaningful action. Many rookies spend their first year in a holding pattern, physically ready, but mentally untested, and rarely facing the kind of high-level competition that truly accelerates growth. That's why Shedeur Sanders, development with the Cleveland Browns is not just impressive, it's rare. The first thing that sets him apart is consistency under elite pressure. While most rookies are shielded from first-team defenders, Shedeur is going head-to-head with the Browns' top-tier defense every single day. He's not just running drills, he's navigating real game speed, reading complex defensive schemes, and contending with players like Myles Garrett, one of the NFL's most feared pass rushers. This is development that can't be replicated in film sessions or walkthroughs. It's earned in the trenches, rep by rep. Beyond facing elite talent, Shedeur is also building chemistry with his teammates in ways many rookies overlook. He's treating scout team wide receivers and tight ends not as placeholders, but as potential playmakers. By investing in their growth, he's creating trust and cohesion that translate to better on-field performance. Most young quarterbacks focus purely on their own stats or individual reps. Shedeur is simultaneously developing a unit, ensuring that when he gets his opportunity, he'll be stepping into a ready-made, high-functioning offensive environment. Another rare aspect of his development is mental growth. Shedeur isn't just improving mechanics or arm strength, he's building football IQ. He's learning game plans, processing defensive adjustments, and developing pocket presence under elite pressure. This kind of mental sharpness, understanding when to scramble, when to throw, and how to read multiple options simultaneously, usually comes after years of starting experience. For Shedeur, it's happening now, quietly and efficiently. What makes this combination extraordinary is the balance of patience and purpose. Many rookies either sulk when they don't play or push aggressively for opportunities, often creating friction. Shedeur, however, is deliberately using this time to maximize growth. Every day on the scout team, every high-pressure rep against first-team defenders, every moment spent mentoring receivers is part of a calculated plan. He's turning what could be a frustrating situation into a developmental masterclass. In short, Shedeur Sanders' development is rare because it combines elite competition, leadership, mental sharpness, and strategic patience. It's a level of preparation most rookies don't experience until they're established starters, if at all. Teams like the Bengals are taking notice because they recognize that a quarterback who can develop at this rate, while maintaining humility and building culture, is a rare commodity in today's NFL. Shedeur isn't just learning the game, he's redefining what rookie development can look like. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, Shedeur Sanders' journey isn't just about one rookie quarterback or one team's roster decision. It's about the ripple effects his development could have across the NFL, particularly in the AFC. The Bengals, Browns, and even other teams watching from the sidelines all stand to be influenced by how this story unfolds. First, consider the AFC landscape. The Bengals are facing a potential quarterback crisis with Joe Burrow injured and Jake Browning as the backup. Shedeur's emergence on rival teams' radars could completely shift the balance of power. If Cincinnati were to acquire him, they'd be adding a young, battle-tested quarterback who's already proven leadership, chemistry building, and the ability to face elite defenses. That's not just a replacement player. That's a potential franchise-altering talent stepping into a team with championship aspirations. Then there's the Browns' long-term strategy. Holding on to Shedeur could position Cleveland for sustained success, but only if they recognize the rare developmental trajectory he's on. Hesitation or mismanagement could cost them a quarterback who is already more prepared, mature, and game-ready than many starters in the league. Losing him would be a setback not only in talent, but in the culture and leadership he brings. Shedeur's story also highlights a new blueprint for rookie development. In an era where young quarterbacks are often fast-tracked to starting roles or relegated to passive practice reps, Shedeur is proving that a thoughtful, patient approach, combined with elite daily competition and leadership cultivation, can produce a quarterback who's more prepared than many veterans. Teams across the league are paying attention, recognizing that development isn't just about playing time. It's about quality reps, mental growth, and relationship building. Finally, the fan narrative cannot be ignored. Shedeur's maturity, patience, and dedication are already shaping how fans and analysts perceive him. He's not simply a young quarterback waiting in line. He's a competitor quietly mastering his craft, building culture, and positioning himself to make a huge impact once his moment arrives. In short, Shedeur Sanders' story is bigger than a single team or season. It's a case study in elite rookie development, a potential AFC game changer, and a lesson in patience, leadership, and preparation. How teams act, whether it's the Browns holding him, the Bengals pursuing him, or other franchises circling, could redefine not only his career but the balance of power in the league. So, where does all of this leave us? Shedeur Sanders' story isn't just unfolding. It's evolving into one of the most compelling narratives in the NFL today. From the moment he joined the Cleveland Browns, he's been quietly reshaping expectations of what a rookie quarterback can achieve without a starting role. He's proving that development isn't measured in snaps alone, but in growth, leadership, and preparation. Every rep against elite defenders, every practice with the scout team, and every effort to lift up his teammates is a building block, not just for his career, but for the teams that are watching closely. For the Browns, the stakes couldn't be higher. They have a quarterback who is developing at an accelerated pace, facing challenges most rookies wouldn't dare tackle, and cultivating a culture that inspires everyone around him. But as we've discussed, the risk is real. Hesitation or mismanagement could cost them a talent who is already poised to make a significant impact. Meanwhile, teams like the Bengals see opportunity. They're circling, taking notes, and considering how a quarterback like Shedeur could immediately improve their offense while securing long-term value. This isn't just speculation. It's a real chess match playing out in the NFL. But here's what makes this story truly remarkable. Shedeur isn't seeking attention, he's not causing drama, and he's not wasting his time on the sidelines. Instead, he's transforming a situation that could frustrate many into a master class of patience, purpose, and preparation. He's learning the playbook, building chemistry, facing elite competition, and refining his mental toughness every single day. That combination of skill, mindset, and leadership is rare. The kind that makes teams take notice, and fans start imagining a future where he's not just a backup, but a game-changing quarterback. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about Shedeur Sanders' current situation? Is this the perfect development opportunity for a rookie quarterback, or should the Browns be giving him more playing time right now? Do the Bengals' reported interest and potential trade rumors have real substance, or is this just hype and speculation? Your opinions matter, and we want to hear them in the comments below. If you're as fascinated by this story as we are, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This saga is far from over. The trades, the rumors, and the quarterback battles are just getting started. We'll be here to break down every twist, every development, and every insider detail as it happens. Shedeur Sanders' journey is more than just football. It's a lesson in patience, preparation, and leadership that could define the NFL landscape for years to come. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep watching, because this story is just beginning, and you don't want to miss a single moment.
If you enjoyed today's breakdown and want to keep up with all the drama, trades, and behind-the-scenes action in the NFL, then don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this channel grow and lets us know you love this kind of content. And hey, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with your friends, your group chats, or anyone who loves football as much as you do. The more the conversation spreads, the better it gets. Most importantly, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss when we drop fresh stories, wild rumors, or breaking updates that the mainstream media won't talk about.